Age of Rivals on PC. See if we can get back to the campaign. I lost the other one. Let's give it another shot. Actually, what's this other one? Yeah, Ziana. Conquest for the double. Yeah, let's see what we can do here on the normal level. Yeah. Let's see what happens. If we don't win, maybe we'll get something for losing. Okay, it's too bad I can't play with the music. I really did like this music. But, you know, copyrights. Let's protect copyrights, huh? Okay, let's start this ish. Yes, I keep saying that I'm going to do economies first. So let's get economic resources ASAP. They show up early in the game. I can get these other cards later, but the guy's probably going to take one of these. So which one is the enemy? Which one's my enemy not going to take? I want infantry, but this stuff might be good for training soldiers. So I'm going to need that eventually. What about this? Holy, civic. So I'm going to want this or this. Let's try training. Because I figure that's going to show up as a resource eventually on most of my cards. Even if it's not for Underworld, it'll be on some other cards. I got all the animations on, so you can see all the buffs and debuffs that are going into effect, stuff like that. I hate Underworld, but there are necessary evils sometimes. Okay, no red circles, just blue. They got a horse resource here, so if I have any cards here with a horse tax attached to them, they'll show up here. But looks like I'm good for now. Let's get some wood. I got wood. Any more resources I can steal? I want to say Conquest matters a little bit, but I feel like resources matter more. They make everything cheaper down the line. This is interesting. Gain gold at the end of the round, which sounds good. And I get culture. Okay, darn it. There's a tax on that. No tax on this. I do want stone, though. I'll pay I'm not paying that tax. The tax is just money that gets added to the enemy's account. So I'm not paying that coin. The enemy's just getting that coin. So it's not a tax by me to him. It's just revenue that he collects. Okay, so let's see. Any more resources? Or is a silver mine, but that's just good for money. It gives me culture, though. Revives on both sides after the war. Both sides, huh? Now let's get some iron. We'll get some cards later. We'll get some attacker cards later. It'll be worth it. Yeah. We don't need no story materials. Okay, the Temporal Protection. I think that's her special card. Okay, what do I get? 1 infantry has +3. Okay, that'll definitely be worth it. Northern Tray, yeah, let's grab that. I don't really need the double bonus, though. Yeah, I already have stone and fitness, so I won't need that as much as I thought I did. Stone wall sounds great. Let's get at least one attacker. We can get the stone wall later, I hope. It saves me a bunch of trouble later on if any attackers start coming up. Let me take this. This will help out soldiers if I need them eventually. So yeah, so all the cards I didn't take go down, and the enemy can choose them. Okay, the other Ziana. I'm probably going to want... Ooh, do I want these? I probably want these. Yeah, do I want these or do I want culture? Gosh darn it. I'll take this one. So, I get 2 resources that I otherwise would not have. And let's get some culture and maybe some soldiers. This has culture. Ooh, this has a lot of culture. But I'm going to need some soldiers eventually. I already have 1. And he has 1 down here. Sorry, she has 1 down there. Gosh darn it. I do want some culture, though. Doesn't have any culture down here. At this point, I guess I can use soul. Because why do I want culture? Because culture is good for victory points. And right now, in this game, victory points, in this particular matchup, victory points are worth double. Conquest points are worth double. So it might be worth my time to get another attacker card. Because the player with the most attackers wins. At least the player with the most attackers wins the conquest mode. So, that's what matters. Okay, I have 2 and he has 2. But I have a 5 and a 3. He has a 3 and a 1. And she can't pull another attacker card here. So if I get another attacker, I win. Of course. Not great. So I'll win the first, she'll win the second, and I'll win the third. Okay, so I'll get the first city, which is a big city. She'll get the second city, which is a medium-sized city, and then I'll win the third city. Okay, because she can't pick one of these. She can't pick a attacker card. So I'm fine there. That's my logic. I can grab iron and culture, which would be good for the arts. So I'm not going to worry about culture points yet. I'll get culture points based on the conquest points that I win. So instead of getting points with culture, I'll get points by winning conquest mode. And remember, conquest mode points are worth double this time. Check it out. I got 0. I'm supposed to get 3, but I'm going to get 6. That's supposed to be worth 2, and it's worth 4. It's supposed to be 1, but it's worth 2. So there you go. So that's why I did that. So those 8 victory points will help me out, because my enemy has like a bunch of culture down here, and I have 0. So she'll catch up eventually. And who's going to take the 3? Well, I don't need to give anyone up. So I need to get rid of a 3 and a 1. Okay, so let's put it here. So the cataphracts won't die. And who's going to take the 1? It could be any one of these. How about wood? Yeah, there's no culture here to preserve, so I'll just dump it on one of these guys. Dump it on a resource. So no, I don't lose any cards. But the silencer is going to be taken out. So we're going to lose. So she'll lose the culture down here, but she'll gain 6 culture points there. So I'll put her over the top. So I got to get some more culture for subsequent rounds. But again, conquest mode is so valuable in this particular matchup. So that's why I'm going for war. I'm going for attacker cards if I can, because those attacker cards can be used to win conquest, and conquest is worth a bunch of points this time. So that's going to be my strategy this time around. Culture's great, but attacking cards might be worth getting. I have 2 attacker cards right now. She has 1. So right now I'm going to win the conquest mode. But let me get some culture. So I'm going to get all the culture I can. Look at all this culture she has down there. Good lord. This is going to be tough. I probably shouldn't have done this mode because I'm not going to earn enough money to buy. I don't have enough good cards to compete with all these culture cards. Let's take a 3. Swap culture with the enemy bot at the same time. How about this? This is too specific. So I can take this card, and what it'll do is I'll swap the 1 with whatever value she picks up down here. So let's try that, and hope that she picks a 6. So what happens is if I pick this card, the 1 will be swapped out with whatever culture value she chooses down here. But the good news is she is guaranteed to pick a card that has culture on it. So I'll just use this as my opportunity to possibly get some culture. I could get a guaranteed 3 and gain money for each holy after the war, but I don't have that many holy cards. All I have is this. So how about I just take whatever culture she gives me, based on the card she picks. So let's see what happens. Darn it. Okay, she picked the worst. Oh, wait, am I going to get the... Oh, she got the bonus! Okay, she got the bonus on that card. And then after that bonus was applied, I stole it. That worked out way better than I thought it was. So, all allied city guards. So, all allied civic cards gain 2 culture. So, she grabbed a card, doubled the culture, and then she swapped it out with mine. So, she got the one culture point that was up here. And I take her 4. I drink her milkshake. Okay, so I'm going to definitely take one of these. One enemy loses half the culture. So I can steal half the culture here, which might be 1 or a 2, I'm not sure. But I'm definitely going to want the 6 culture I get out of this. So it's definitely worth it. I can also get this one, which will revive a knocked out ally if there are 3 holy sites. But I only have 1, and this will make 2. Might not want to risk it. I can also reduce all enemy war damage by 1 for each holy site, and I do have 1. But I'll tell you what, I'll grab the 6 culture here. I'll just take the guaranteed 6 culture. And 1 enemy loses, so yeah, so that's worth 1.5. They round it down to 1, so that's kind of cute. It actually tells you. The base is 3, but the Pantheon dropped it to dropped it by half. So that's a cute little tooltip. I love these tooltips. They do a pretty good job of explaining all the buffs and debuffs and all the effects that would be applied. It shows base value, so any buffs that are in effect, it shows the base value that creates that buff. So I love all that. Handy little. So this game has been play tested pretty well, it looks like, at least as far as that sort of interface is concerned. Okay, so what can I do here? I can't get another attacker card. I have 2 attacker cards, she has 2 attacker cards, but my strongest attack card is a 5. Okay, so I don't have to worry about that yet, okay. When ally can't be knocked out or ruined, that sounds great. Redirects all war damage up to 7, 7, 8. But she doesn't have any really strong attackers yet. One of these gains 3, so this could be made a 6. And it's cheap, but I have plenty of money, so money is not an issue for me at this point. I can also get another Leviathan, which is a strong attack card, so I might as well just grab that. And it has enough armor, so I don't have to worry about this, because this one has plenty of armor and it can attack. This can't. So this one's probably a better deal, because I lose 2 armor, but I gain 6 attack, so it's definitely worth it, I say. That's my logic. And there are no taxes to be paid on any of these cards, so I'm not paying. So there are no. Ziana will not get any money from me when I purchase these cards. Okay, let's try one more. I can get a lot more culture now. Watch this. If I have 3 holy sites, then I get 3 extra culture points, because I have these 2. And if I buy this one, then I'll be 9 culture points right there. And I have plenty of attack cards. Look at this. I got a buff on this, because this gave me a bonus here. So it gave me more. Yeah, it gave me more armor and a much stronger attack. So I'm gonna win. I'm definitely gonna win Conquest mode. So the good news is that I can now focus on my culture. So this will give me 9. It'll have 4 armor in case I need it. So it's definitely worth it. So this might work out pretty well. I like my strategy. I don't know how well it's gonna work. So so this Temple of Commerce can't be knocked out, which is good for them because, you know, culture is good. Culture is everything. Double points for that. Double points for that, and I get double points for this. So I have more victory points now, but let's see how many culture victory points I earn after the war. Okay. Got to split. They split one of my 9 attackers. That's going to be good for us, I think. Okay, who takes the 3? Someone with a lot of armor. Well, the Leviathans, of course. There's no culture to save. And the Leviathan can take the 2, but can anyone else take it? Yeah, maybe those. Who else should... Yes, I need something without culture. Who can take the 2? I don't want to give that up. I can throw it here. I can give it to the Leviathans. Then throw it here so I can spread it around a bit. Probably shouldn't have done that, but I wasn't going to lose the card anyway. Uh-oh. So when knocked out, I knocked out the Martyr. All allied holy sites gain culture. That's pretty impressive. It's a Martyr system. Okay, so I'm going to get 35. Ziana will get 20. So I'm ahead now in culture. Fantastic. Excuse me, I'm ahead now in victory points. So a Conquest victory and a culture victory. Outstanding. I didn't lose any cards, by the way. That Martyr card's kind of fun, because you get something even if it gets knocked out. So that's pretty good. And there goes Alfred Morris. Traitor. Dumb boys. I'm going to try and run out the clock. I got a 10-point lead. Alright. No red circles up here, so I don't have to worry about paying. I don't have to worry about Ziana getting more taxes. We're about equal in terms of gold. So I'm going to get 11 victory points at the end of the game. Ziana's going to get 11 because you only get gold for every... You only get 1 victory point for every 2 gold. So as far as victory points are concerned, we're both going to get 11. So right now I'm still ahead. Now, I have no attacker cards up here. And she has 2 attacker cards down here. So I'm going to need to draw some attacker cards at some point. How about the War Elephant? Sounds great. I can also knock out... my enemy doesn't have any fortification cards. So, what do you call this? My enemy doesn't have any fortified cards. See? And she won't choose one in the next turn, so this one might not be all that useful yet. This one looks incredibly useful because it has a lot of armor, and it can do a lot of damage. So that's going to be fantastic. Reduce all enemy war damage by 1 for each civic, but I don't have any civic cards. Now my enemy has 2. So that's going to be an interesting... If my enemy steals that, that's going to be pretty interesting. But for now, I want the attacker, so I'll steal those war elephants. So I take the strongest attacker for myself, and it becomes my strongest defender. And the Temple of War got extra attack power because there are 3 holy cards in my enemy's deck right now. Or in my enemy's playing field, I guess it's fair to call that. Okay, so I can steal one of the cards. Fully heal a soldier. Fully heal an infantry or a mounted card after the war, so I can fully heal my war elephant if I need it. But I'm more concerned about getting me another attacker. I need some culture too, I think. But I do have 6 culture up here. My enemy has way more than I do. But at least I have a war. I'm going to need a couple more attacker cards at some point. Has +4 if 3 infantry, and I don't have 3 infantry, and I'm probably not going to get 3 infantry, so that's tough. Next ally has double attack. This sounds good, actually. Temporarily double the attack of the next card you play. Assuming I get a card that has attack. Fully heal. So these aren't as useful as I'd hoped. So I'll just grab the attacker and get the 6 armor bonus that I get from that. But I'm going to need some culture, and I'm probably going to need another attacker. Because she has 2 and I have 2. Okay, no red circles up here. So it looks like the resources are already accounted for on both sides. No one's getting taxes, and everyone's getting discounts pretty much. Sanctuary, +2 if there are 3 holy sites. I only have 1, and I really need attackers. Alright, I'll probably steal one from down here. We'll see what attacker she gives me. Restore with an underworld character. With an underworld card, restore a ruined ally. But we don't have any underworld characters. I don't really like them. If double swap this card with an enemy, yeah, I don't have 2 underworld characters. I don't really like using them. Okay, I'm going to get plenty of culture out of this. And plenty of armor. With a civic and a holy. I don't have a civic. I get +6. Darn it. So hopefully I'll get the apothecary. We'll see what happens. Hopefully she'll leave the apothecary for me, but I'm probably going to want an attacker because I only have 2. Let's see what she picks. She picked an attacker, so I'm going to need to pick an attacker next time if I want to win the Conquest mode. Because she has too much culture. Way too much culture. So I need to kind of close the gap. I got to close that culture gap. Because she definitely has more culture than I do. She's going to get a lot of victory points for that. Okay, can I steal an attacker? She has a 2, a 6, and a 5. I have a 9 and a 5, so I need an attacker. She'll get the 6, but I have a 9. Okay, so this might work. I can get another 5, and I get a +4 because I have a mounted card. This might be worth it. So do I want the culture? Do I want the 6 culture points? Or do I want the 6 conquest points? Decisions. See this? If I pick this card, I'll get 6 extra culture points because I have this holy site and I'll have this apothecary. So I'll get 8 extra culture points actually. So do I want 8 culture points or 6 conquest points? I think I better... Actually, I'm going to get 6 and 2. So I'm going to get... So I want 8. So do I want 8? Yeah, my enemy can't pick another... My enemy cannot pick another attacker card. So the 3 best attackers for my enemy are 6, 5, and 2. My attack cards are 9 and 5. So she will win the first conquest, the big city, and get 6 points. I'll get the second conquest and win 4. She'll win the third conquest and get 2. So she will get 8 conquest points if she wins. So if I get this 5, then it will be 9, 5, 5. I'll win the first conquest. Then she'll win the second. And then I'll win... Yeah, because then I'll have more remaining points, right? 5, 5, yeah, so I'll win. So I'll get 8 conquest points, and she'll get 4. Gosh darn it. So... So what's the difference in conquest points going to be? 8 to 4. What will the difference in culture points be? 8. So she'll get more victory points no matter what. So let's grab what I can. That's going to be my logic. She has more money than I do, by the way. I'm somewhat disappointed by that. So I'm going to win the conquest mode. I'm going to win the big city and the small city. 6. She'll get 4, and I'll get 8. You see my thought process here, right? Okay, so here's the war. Let's see who gets knocked out. Okay, assign damage. Who gets the 6? Darn it, I'm going to lose a 6. Okay, so I'll say, so I'll lose. So what happens is I will lose. Yeah, I didn't have an ally here with double attack points. So who am I going to lose? I'm going to lose the war elephants? No, let's lose the reinforcements. Who loses the 5? War elephants. Who loses the 2? Yeah, just a resource with no culture attached to it. So these cards will not die. Never gonna die. Gain shield. So they can't knock out this one. Okay. So gain one for each holy after war. She gets more money for that. I get some culture points, and she's gonna get more. But I'm still in the lead, right? Nope, I'm not. Now I'm behind. Okay, last round, right? Okay. Temporary effects end. Final round. I think I'm too far behind. So I think it's going to all come down to culture. I think it's going to come down to culture points at this point. So we're probably going to lose. Fell way too far behind in culture. So that made the difference. Didn't matter. So the double conquest points didn't make up the difference in culture that I lost. The culture gap couldn't be made up by conquest. Oh well. Let's see how close I can make it. Because it looks like Xian's gonna. Yeah, my opponent's gonna have more money than I do too. So looks like she got the upper hand there. All right. So what I need now is conquest and culture, no matter what. Swap with culture with enemy bot at the same time. If she picks commerce, we're going to swap a 6 for a 4, so it might not be worth it. Yeah, darn it. If I don't grab it, she's going to grab it, right? I forget. We'll see if those cards go down. If I pick this one, well, the other 2 cards go down there. So I'm going to get an attacker. Nope, they all disappear. Okay. So she can't steal the cards that I don't pick. Okay, one enemy loses half culture. That might be good if she picks an artist card. +8 attack versus blah before the war. She might not have any of those. So I'll just grab this for the culture. She grabbed a 9. She gets 9 culture right off the bat, so that's always a problem. Yes. Okay. I can get culture if I get another holy card, or I can grab this attacker card. Let's grab some culture. Let's try to close that gap. Because even if I get a bunch of attack cards, the conquest gap is going to be at most 4 points. But actually, no. In this final round, victory points are worth double. So instead of getting 6 for the first city, I'll get 12. So, and the second city is going to be worth 8 instead of 4, and the final city is going to be worth 4 instead of 2, right? Because they said all conquest points are double. So let's see if that happens. I have 1 attacker card, she has 3, so I'm going to start picking some attacker cards. This is the worst case scenario. I'll pick a cheap card that has plenty of armor on it, in case I have to sacrifice it. And she's going to win. Look at all these culture cards she has. And if this card gets knocked out, all of these other holy sites are going to gain culture. So I think she's going to win this one. Has +4 against mounted, but it's an attacker card. But I think I need the culture. With that and Civic, I get extra culture, so let's see what happens. I'm going to need to pull some attacker cards, though. Yeah, see? She's going to get... See, she gets a bonus to culture. She's going to really get me. Okay. I don't want to swap, because that's going to swap a 4 for at most a 3 or a 1, so it's not worth it. I'll get an attack card. That'll be this. I didn't want that Oracle buff. So I'm going to grab an attack card so I can kind of close the gap. Okay, she has 3 attack cards. I have 2. So the Conquest gap might be, what? 12 and 4 compared to 8. So the victory point gap there might be 8 if I can win the Conquest mode. Can't use this card. Cannot afford. Darn it. I'm going to have to sell a card. This is the worst. I'm going to have to sell a card. I'm going to lose. Because I had to use waste. I ran out of money. Which I wasn't expecting, actually. And I'm not getting any money from taxes, either. So I need another attack card. Okay, 3... So she could pull another attack card. So she has 3 attack cards and I have 2. So if I pull an attack card, there's a chance I might win Conquest mode. Yes, I have to pull an attack card. I don't have any culture left. So I'm done for. I'm not going to have enough culture to make up the difference. So I'll get another attack card. Hope she doesn't pull an attack card. She does. So she's going to win. She's going to get more Conquest points than me, and she's going to win. She's going to win the culture battle after the war. Almost guaranteed. And the Cowboys are going to win, too. So I'll get the second city. She'll get the third. So, yes, that final city was only worth 2 points. So in the final round, the Conquest points didn't double. Oh, well. Assign damage. Okay, who gets the 6? It's going to be my Leviathan. So that doesn't matter, because Leviathan has no... what do you call it? Leviathan has no culture attached to it. Okay, the stone will go up to 3. Because that's half damage. It's more than half damage. Yeah, because if I needed an armor rating of 3 or higher to prevent a split. If the armor rating were 2 or lower, then that 5 would split into a 2. So I took that 5 off the table entirely. Who's going to absorb the 3? Someone without culture. Or maybe this. Who's going to absorb the 3? Temple of Wisdom. Okay, Pyramid of Age is still alive. And who will absorb the 2? Temple of Wisdom. So all these cards are alive. And let's see what happens to these guys. The Mars is going to get knocked out, most likely. Nope. Yep, he's going to give all his allies culture, so she's going to win. She's way ahead of me. So I can't win until I get some better cards. So I'll just do regular AI fights. We'll see how it goes. Yep. Crushed me. By like 50 points. So what was the difference in this game? Culture points. Look at that. A cultural domination by the other Ziana. I didn't make, and I couldn't make the difference anywhere else. I only won the Conquest battle by 4 points. My reward. Your eternal reward. Darn it. I always get the worst. 10 coins. Wow. Complete 5 games in any mode. I guess I better do some hard AI next time. See? This Conquest bonus wasn't that meaningful. So I'm going to have to buy another card pack. Yep. Let's buy some better cards, hopefully. 70 card packs left to gain all knowledge. Stops all cards from being ruined. No card on either side can be ruined while this is in play. Wow. That's a fascinating card, actually. Zhong. That's how you pronounce it, right? Zhong. Select rival cards. So, yeah. So I can play as him. Actually, I can compete against him. I believe. Or I think I can actually choose him. Murukansi attackers, what does this say? Yeah, all attackers have -2, so it makes everyone weaker. Which might be okay if someone has a bunch of overpowered cards, I guess, and I don't.